This stream, y'all. Okay, yeah. It's
You
an
you
app.
doing it? Yeah, yeah. I put it together. You know, I it's on you got to go to StreamYard, www.streamyard.com and set it up.
Okay, I'm gonna do FaceTime live too. I mean Facebook live.
That's good. That's good. I want you to do that, brother. How you doing, Chairman Fred?
I'm all right, my brother. How you feel?
I've been great. Had a good time when I met you down there in Chicago. Wonderful experience, brother. The
So
Cubs
you're
are
right.
here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to
I,
set this thing up.
I see you. I see your logo up there.
Oh, so you're right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tell the audience who you are. I mean, I know who you are, but legendary, brother.
Well, I'm Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Um, I'm the son of Chairman Fred Hampton, also of Vakua and Jerry, formerly known as Deborah Johnson. Um, Chairman Fred was deputy chairman for the state of Illinois, the Black Panther Party, which was the largest chapter of the Black Panther Party. I am presently, I am honored and humbled to be the international chairman of the Black Panther Party Cubs. The organization is carrying the legacy of the Black Panther Party. We say it's a tough act to follow, but we try our best to walk in not their footsteps, but their Panther Paul steps. And I'm honored and humbled to be on here with you, brother. And how does this work? Is listeners tuning in now, or do you post this later? How does this work?
I'm a post it, but I mean, people are still comments in the chat. I had told a couple of people that I was gonna be interviewing you. Well, one or two.
How do people? So I can shout out over here. Can people just go to StreamYard? How do they tune in?
You can say StreamYard, but are you on your FaceTime?
I'm on this other time. I'm on Facebook Live.
Yeah. If you're on Facebook Live, tell them you're on King BJ Johnson
Yeah,
channel.
y'all can check in King BJ Johnson on stream. It's called
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Or on YouTube. It's on
Okay.
YouTube, like the YouTube
Oh, it's
channel.
on YouTube Live also. Okay, it's on YouTube Live also. So y'all let people check this out.
So I want you to talk about the Save the Hampton House and everything, that was down there. We had a wonderful 4-hour visit.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to touch. The sentiments are reciprocal. It was good that you touched down, brother. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? We look forward to you know what I'm saying? Man, welcome, open arms. We look forward to you coming back, coming black with us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get your way also, But yeah, we was honored to have you here, brother. Real talk.
Yeah.
It's good to touch down with people. At old saying, go. Steal, shop, and steal. We say steal, shop, and steal, and men and women shop, and men and women. Real talk.
Yeah, you got something coming up on August 30th, don't you?
So you're right. August 30th, we got the annual Chairman Fred Streets Party, the birthday for Chairman Fred Hampton. It's also gonna be a 3-day event. It's gonna be going in. It's the annual Chairman Fred Streets Party. You know what I'm saying? We 2 major dates we had the Black Panther Party Cubs. That's the Chairman Fred Streets Party, and also the IRD, International Revolutionary Day. That's December the 4th. Cats say they don't know about them dates. You know what I'm saying? Check their credit, check their Cub credit card. You know what I'm saying? Like, they said the Nation of Islam, they be on the Savior's Day. That's a big thing with them. The Black Panther Party Cubs, the street party, and IRD is 2 major things.
So
we got heavy hitters tuning in with us right now on my Facebook Live also. Speaking of the Black Panther Party, some comrades party, Stan McKinney's tuning in. Also the comrade Daphne, you know what I'm saying? Ryder Dash is tuning in. I know before we start getting the rolling, it's gonna get. Let me throw this out while I get this on my mind. We definitely want to say put out for the GoFundMe.com / Save the Hampton House 50. That's GoFundMe.com / Save the Hampton House 50. Feel kind of funny saying 50. Also the Cash App Save the Hampton House. Cash App Save the Hampton House. Tune in also Freedom on Radio every Wednesday. They can Google it. It's on straight up. It's on Blog Talk Radio.
With Lady of Rage, right?
Yeah, I hope my our co-host Lady of Rage. You know what I'm saying?
People Farmville.
Depending how old you are, you reference her as an Afro Puffs or Baby D and Friday, depending on your age range. Then going to, after that Wednesday show, go in the corner, get you a shot of water, and you know what I'm saying, and come on back out Thursday against all odds, sister comrade comrade Queen Daphne against all odds. That's a blog talk. I get that. I don't know the exact. She'll post it for me. So GoFundMe.com. Say Hampton House 50. I'm gonna throw them out there. Let me show y'all who we do interview on with real quick. Where you at, brother? That's us right there. We live and direct, y'all. So we better get it in. Yes, indeed. I ain't gonna take no chance turning that fan on, but it's hot. The heat is on. You know what I'm saying? The heat is on.
It's all right, man. It's all right. So look,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this. Remember when I came there, I told you about the movie that they were trying to betray you in. I want you to talk about that a little bit. Not trying to understand. You know that movie? It's like a commercial I saw when they were trying to mimic your father or something like that.
Yeah. Now, I didn't get to see it. You know what I'm saying? It was brought to my attention. So you just for the benefit of those, you know what I'm saying, on the listeners who may not be familiar with, you might want to bring us to the speed. And I'm saying this too because let me put this in context. It's a lot of attempts, whether it be pulp plays, bogus books, discussions that, you know what I'm saying, that come up in regards to, you know what I'm saying, especially right around those 2 dates I just mentioned about that of Chairman Fred. Because when we say the legacy is under attack, it comes in a number of different ways, you know what I'm saying, not just through the obvious, you know what I'm saying, the over 99 shots shot in the house December 4th, 1969. But, you know, as with Chairman Mao Zedong referred to as sugar-coated bullets, you know, propaganda, you know, we say propaganda bomb is the term we use. So we really be kind of careful before we give life to certain dynamics, you know what I'm saying, on what, but still, I commend the community for keeping the guards up, because again, that legacy, it's the people who tell us when this Negro Gloves Davis, who was involved in assassinating Chairman Fred, when his funeral was going down. It's the people who up there that's about the tombstone being shot up. It's the people who tell us, hey, Chairman, you heard about these bogus cats using the chairman's name. You heard about this commercial. You know what I'm saying? And so we, you know what I'm saying, I have to say, if it was just on the Vanguard, the deal is we outgunned, we out resourced by the state. But the people, I want to commend the people on the purpose with this. You know, people say, you know, well, he know about it. No, don't take for granted, because we out there in the office 24/7. And so that legacy is something that, you know, that we say is more important than our life. So on the preface with that, so if we're not familiar with the details, you know, bring us to the speed with it. You know what I'm saying? And some, you know, I'm real careful what I give life to. That's anything, you know, so whether it be struggles or debates, but there's certain, you know what I'm saying, the deal is when the black cat's away, the rats and the pigs will try to play. You know what I'm saying? And whether it be, you know what I'm saying, whether it be, we had to shut down Castle Boat, try to do bogus shirts and propagandas, you name it, plays. So I just want to preface with that. So first of all, if some people say, oh, it's not a big deal, just a play, it's just a, you know what I'm saying, because I'm vaguely familiar with it, I didn't get to see it, but I just want to preface with the importance, because a lot of times in our community, the political connection is not drawn or not correlated with art, with poetry. You know what I'm saying? With propaganda. A lot of times we just see it, you know what I'm saying, you know, when in a reactionary way, like, oh, they came and assassinated Chairman Fred. They still trying to kill him. They still, and we you know, we still fighting to defend him. But so with that being said, if you can just, you know, give us bring us to the speed what you talking about in particular. So, you know, I just want to put it in context, because a lot of times I remember this song, intro to some song Puffy Combs had, and he said something to the effect like, I'm at Harriet Tubman School talking to the children, what you want to be when you grow up? And, you know, I want to be a pimp, Daddy Mac, you know. And I mean, some cats, oh, it's just a song. So no, that's sacrilege to our struggle. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, and so like it's important we put this in context, so people don't minimize these. I'm gonna tell you something else too. It was an interview with William Shatner, the one who was famous for the Captain Kirk role in Star Trek, and he was interviewing the guy Jerry Springer. Now, you know what I'm saying? With Jerry Springer, you know what I'm saying, do Jerry Springer shows people just minimize him, just some, guy who had these reactionary, skits and stuff on the show. But I mean, dude been a actual mayor in some town in Ohio or something, you know what I'm saying? But he said something to the effect that he recalled in Nazi Germany his grandmother telling him about, about the prop before Adolf Hitler, before the Fuhrer of Nazi Germany with the implementation of the gas chambers and different dynamics. They had these movies they would show in Nazi Germany, you know what I'm saying? How they depicted, you know what I'm saying, the people of Dachau, before they put them in Dachau and Auschwitz and gas chambers. And he said, Jerry Springer, his grandmother told him, be real careful how people make jokes about your people. I said, whoa. Now dig that. So with that being said, that I just want to preface that, you know what I'm saying, so people can understand the severity about the comedy, plays, different dynamics. I just want to set the stage. So the mic, you got the mic, my brother.
Oh yeah, you good. No. What I will say now, I know when over the weekend I looked at the news and Paul, had been sending me stuff of you of having a conversation on the street with Black Lives Matter. We got to start understanding. I know how you say it, Chairman Fred. They black when it's beneficial. Black when it's beneficial. I can't remember the rest. I gotta go look at me. But you got a wonderful statement. They black when it's beneficial. They Panthers when it's convenient.
Well, a lot of people, a lot of people are black when a lot of entities are black when it's beneficial, play Panther when it's profitable, and claim to be connected to Cubs when it's comfortable. And that's because the deal is a lot of people romanticize revolution. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, the leather jackets were raised and come up, but we have to deal with the underbelly of this struggle. You know what I'm saying? The real the intensity. I tell cats, I talk about this story. I'm about 12, 14 years old. This cat was telling some cats he was Fred Hampton's son. So we about to I track him down. I said, man, you telling cats you the chairman's son? He said, well, no, I'm Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son. I'm Chief Malik's son. I'm Cherry Larry Who's son. I said, well, I'm not talking about it in some sort of abstract type of way. I'm talking about like who your mother went to bed with. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm at, And he said, well, but I meant it in a respectful way. I said, actually, I was hoping that I had another sibling, so you can catch some of this heat that come with this here. You know what I'm saying? It's heat come with. A lot of people romanticize this here. We know the real. A lot of people they like in that movie. Jack Nicholson's played that character in Few Good Men. Can't handle the truth. So I just want to say that though. But also, we don't really have no conflict like in regards to different entities. We hiding the contradictions. As opposed to having a beef or issue with Black Lives Matter or any other entity. Because I tend to state, because the deal is, the state would try to you looking past history, recent history. Every other time, the state would say, is this the Black Panther Party? Occupy movement. Black Lives Matter. Is Occupy movement? Is this the Black Panther Party? And see, I don't know how we say structure identifies state shit and stops a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's you know what I'm saying. We don't have a lot of beefs or issues. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like our politics is like garlic. It not it keeps it away from us and can't stay in their lane. And the deal is we heighten like we say people. A lot of times people get our opposition mixed up with being dictators. They think we trying to just turn everybody to be a revolution. No, we want to heighten the contradictions and. In fact, one of the points of the Black Panther Party was a plebiscite. In other words, a vote. What do the people want? You know what I'm saying? And if that's your deal, if that's your cup of tea to be in certain lanes, so be it. This is my. As I said, we had to go do a repass, a community repass, mind you, for Stanley Tookie Williams. You know what I'm saying? Co-founder of the Crips. And I recall saying something to the effect that Tookie grew up in the climate like I grew up in, deprived of such an organization as the Black Panther Party. So when the only option in life is to become a Boy Scout or a banker. So we committed never again, not on our watch. You know what I'm saying? That option will not be there. So when you have different entities, you know what I'm saying, that deprive you, whether it be the state directly or whatever, deprive individuals of that precious entity. What are we all fighting for? You trying against racism? You want people to understand you? A lot of cats into this struggle for different reasons, whether it be some attention or get back at, you know what I'm saying, some police and their family, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? We are crazy as it sounds, as Commandante Che Guevara said, that the revolutionaries got, no matter how preposterous it sounds, a revolutionary is guided by the most sincere sentiments of love. You know what I'm saying? And we are fighting for self-determination. And the deal is, and with that, you have to have a lot of people. They fight against structure, but that clarity has to be made. And again, we fight the right to determine the destiny of our communities. So I think I don't know, kind of word it better, that we heighten some contradictions. That's what we do. We heighten the contradictions. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't like that, because the deal is, you know what I'm saying? Some people say, well, y'all, sometimes y'all can be divisive. No, we not divisive. We identify. And we do it in a way that even yourself, you'll say, wait a minute, what attract me to this? What's my, because it may be some people's called to the people, with different, different organizations. And we have to get that clarity, because that's, Sun Tzu said in the book Art of War, the cardinal principle of warfare is what? Know thyself and know thy enemy.
Well, I want to say something about that, brother, because I always, as a child, or maybe in the last 10 years more so, always looked at the history of the Black Panther Party and how things got infiltrated. I know how your father got killed right beside your mother. You were 25 days from being born, but you surely have been keeping his legacy going, and I appreciate you for that, to keep it alive, because, like you said, legacy got to live on. We all gonna live and die, but the legacy got to keep going. So I'm glad that you keep the legacy going. But what I don't like is that people try to benefit and profit off your legacy when it's profitable to them.
It's, man, I appreciate you acknowledging that. And it's, and it's I sum it up politically, because if I took it personally, man, man. But we done had to ride down on so many revisions of history, so many bogus book writers, T-shirt vendors, you name it. People, and whether it be nefarious or naivety, that and it's something also, you watch who attract to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Who, like, if you apply to other arenas, say, could you see this in your you know what I'm saying, in your church? Could you see this in your mosque? Could you see this in your school? Could you see this at your job? It's like, no, I couldn't see that. That wouldn't be right to change that around. That wouldn't be right to use that, you know what I'm saying, that template to, I couldn't see myself going to my job and, you know what I'm saying, and and just taking it and making it for my own personal, switching this history around. You know what I'm saying? Well, could you see it in your relationship? No, I couldn't see me going in and just changing history around with, you know what I'm saying, with my wife, and my, you know what I'm saying, it's to benefit me, to say, okay, let me just change this around. Could you see in your family? It's reflective of how we view ourselves, how we view black people, the black, you know what I'm saying, what is allowed and what go, you know what I'm saying. I remember in Ferguson, we referred to as Mike Brown Town. I recall the ground was still hot. We got down. I mean, it was still, the pigs were still throwing gas canisters down there. And as soon as we get down there, this young lady, she kept on saying, "Oh yeah, we all together," And I was trying to explain. I said, "Listen, this is what I represent. This is who I am." And she was like, "Oh no, we got to all come together." I said, I'm the chairman of the Black Panther Party Cubs. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I speak fast, so we'll say it again. But she kept on fighting. So I come back some years later. This for the funeral service for Brother Darren Seals, who was assassinated. Darren Seals, long live him, clenched fist salute, Darren Seals. So we get down there. So the brothers say, man, the sisters, they probably talked to them because they kind of upset, because this group they was dealing with kind of messed them over, and they kind of, you know what I'm saying, they got a bad taste about the Black Panthers. They think all is the same. I told them that one too. I said, oh, I remember her. I said, it was cool when Minister UEP New Legacy was being messed over, but when something happened to her subjectively, now it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? See, we address this stuff through the door, man. Ain't no people, like people, revolution people say, well, my man, I feel this. Well, this how, try to become subjective when it comes to struggle. You don't go get your car fixed, tell a mechanic, this a Ford, but I really kind of feel like I'm driving a Chevy. You know what I'm saying? My man, I feel this way. It's a definition. You know what I'm saying? for a car. I'm trying to do this trap this car earlier today. Dude said, "What's the engine size?" I said, "Man, I don't know all that type of stuff." He said, "Let me go out there and check it." It would be easy for me to say, "Okay, look, man, any car, give me," you know what I'm saying? But it's a it's a definition that goes there. It's a definition to the Black Panther Party. It's a template for it. When you breed dogs, they tell you, "Hey, what breed is this?" You know what I'm saying? This a definition for that. When it comes to this catch, well, let's play this vague game. No.
Well, let me say something else to you, brother. Like you see, you're in Chicago, man, and when I was there, we went to Gary, Indiana too. So I mean, that's right across the bridge.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
But you got a well reputation. I know you out there. You go to Oakland sometime. You well traveled. You've been to Virginia before, probably, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, come on back. We could use you. Come down here.
I'm looking forward to coming black that way.
You ain't got to go see Lady Rage from Farmer. You come see me.
We gonna be y'all. They ain't that far from y'all.
Farmer ain't that an hour away from here.
Yeah, I've been. You know what I'm saying? I made some round. We gonna get black that way, bro.
Okay. Well, look, man, you got into Chicago. You got an interesting political diatribe. You got Lori Lightfoot now. You had Barack Obama or Barry Soetoro, or whatever one you want to call him. I know what you say about Obama. It's pretty good. I like how you put it. What you say? The greatest drug on black people, huh?
Obama was the coldest drug that America dropped on blacks since crack. I mean, you go back and look at you look at Cass eyes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like literally, you said, Cass is on the corner pushing the propaganda. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can interchange the word. You know, yeah, it was a cold number. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. We're not gonna get too much into this, but don't you see the same thing going on with the recent rise and ascension of Kamala Harris? How you feel?
I think it was Kwame Nkrumah. I get this quote mixed up. I don't know how, man. I think it was Kwame Nkrumah or Emil Cabral of Guinea-Bissau that assessed that neo-colonialism is the last stage of colonialism. And the deal is these are necessary stages that we have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine this stage of the game right now? And you know what I'm saying? Cats, you know what I'm saying? Have, you know, ain't the Obama dynamic phenomenon we have been through that. Could you imagine cats talking, "Oh, we gotta get," you know what I'm saying, a black president? You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, it's still cats who got, who still going through withdrawal. They still hooked on, they you know, so they put it back on it, they go for it again. It's still cats who it may be dormant, but it's there. You know, so they say, alcoholics anonymous say, "No, you might be away from it, you know what I'm saying, but it's still with you." So this is a historical move that I'm saying. We've seen. Throughout history, in particular with U.S. imperialism, with the colonizing the community. So what we talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Britain and the other colonizers have utilized, but U.S. imperialism. I mean, man, it's a cold game they have now. You know what I'm saying, about in regards to neocolonialism, in other words, white power disguised in brown faces, white power disguised in black faces, so on and so forth. And it's a, we look back, look at other places, Genghis Khan, the Mongolians, when he came through China, it was a certain sort of representative of the Chinese community raised up. I think about even like it was some meme with some post put up where they said some group of black men was saying they took a open letter to Biden that you have to get you have to choose a black woman. This has to happen. And and we're talking about a system that even that Biden himself has been represented for quite some time. That even after the military defeated the Black Power movement in the '60s, we've seen through different black metropolises, whether we're talking about Ohio, Chicago, Atlanta, Detroit, with certain, well, not Chicago, because the Daily Machine was still in place, but other places where black faces were elevated, and put in certain places. And you know what I'm saying? And then by the time it dawned on people, like, whoa, you gotta be careful what you ask for, you might get it. You gotta check the fine print. No, we're talking about power over our lives. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tactic when the Olympics, Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler, the position was that there'll be no representatives from that respected that respective community to come and partake in the Olympics. And the U.S. was like, hey man, this is a major move we do. This Olympics, you know what I'm saying? The games, I mean, they called it back to Rome. Like, you know what I'm saying? The games is important. You got to let the gladiators, you know what I'm saying? The U.S. This is how we do this. You gotta keep them. Rome had a policy. Whenever their centuries were depleted, they would say increase the games. You got so the U.S. had even went over to Nazi Germany. Hey, listen, we do what we do. Just get, you know what I'm saying? They said we grab certain um individuals, you know what I'm saying, who really not connected to the black community. You know what I'm saying? We have a black face up there, so that we vet them. So Hitler came back, he had brought somebody, this person came straight out the Aryan community. I mean, had like was technically defined as what they refer as Jewish. But Hitler was like, he said, okay, there you go right there. You know what I'm saying? So this system is Machiavellian and say, okay, this you won't, and go back, you know, and go back and say, like in prison, the menu, what it says, they write it down, but you look at the food and say, wait, this ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? But technically they have met the criteria of it. You know what I'm saying? To say, okay, we got your people of color, so on and so forth. So you got to be real. You got to be politically hip, and I'm just talking about electoral politically hip. You got to be, politically hip in regards to this machine, because it's extremely Machiavellian.
I'm gonna use this for you. Like just today, for example, they showed a thing of Cardi B having an interview with Joe Biden. I'm like, why do I need a rapper to talk to Joe Biden about anything? It was that Cardi B, somebody politically correct. I mean, I'd rather have Kanye West. As a matter of fact, you talk to Kanye West if you haven't.
Yeah. We had a dialogue. In fact, we had a dialogue with Kanye West, like a few hours prior to what he said about George Bush not liking black people. We come in with a clarity of who, you know what I'm saying, like the politics. See, everything is political, you know what I'm saying? We come in with who we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And another tactic of imperialism, U.S. imperialism in particular, is to put entertainers as our leadership. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You look at, I was just saying something today earlier, and I was talking to this sister earlier, and she was like, well, well, I'm just saying, well, maybe we get these entertainers to we teach them, they're gonna come on, they're gonna become conscious, they're gonna become. I said, I don't believe that these eggs gonna get a certain amount of heat on them and become some chickens one day. You know what I'm saying? I say we come in as a realist, recognize what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's no other, like I was some years back. It had to be about 10, 15, because President Hugo Chavez is still in place and played, and still was prior to him being assassinated. And the ambassador for Venezuela was speaking at an event in San Francisco, and he was laying down all the different organizations that he had met with, the Puerto Rican community, the different nationalities. He was naming these revolutionary organizations from different respective groups of people. And when I inquired, I said, well, what black people, what black organizations have you met with, And, and he said without hesitation, the African drummers from Washington D.C. I said, I looked around. I said, man, this don't even sound way out to people. You know what I'm saying? You have named actual organizations. You think back, it was an interview they was doing Malcolm one time, and the interviewer said, well, Jackie Robinson disagrees with you, Minister Malcolm about violence. Malcolm said, wait a minute. We don't be quoting no Bob Hope and Marilyn Monroe for you. How you gonna bring him to quote? Could you imagine white people coming out the theater saying, "I wonder how Bruce Willis feels about nuclear weapons," after watching the movie? You know what I'm saying? So the insult to how they do us. You know what I'm saying? So the Black Panther Party Club, we got a code of culture. We have a role that artists can play without putting them. You know what I'm saying? But you've been deprived of so much representatives. You start to see, they call it in desert music, you start seeing mirages. You start seeing these people with the microphone, you get it confused. I mean, this one lady, she a rapper, and she really was on the payroll for Mayor Rahm Emanuel. In fact, he used her one time to try to come and disrupt December 4th International Revolutionary Day event. And she was feeling herself in her bubble so much that, she say, we can tell, we got more pull with these people. We can tell them such and such, that as opposed to people out there in the streets organizing. I said, you really believe that, huh? I said, I said, man, that's something that the delusions of grandeur that you can't tell a fan from from a follower. You know what I'm saying? They give you the, set the concert. You know what I'm saying? They set it up. You're not under no contested conditions with the people, but it's a psychic. They give these individuals and have them believing the actual. You know what I'm saying? This is the struggle. This is the defining factor for the movement. The deal is the streets made the music. Music don't make the streets. Dog wag the tail, tail don't wag the dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality.
Okay, and let me say this to you. Now, when I came down there and I rode through short parts of Chicago, and you had the great brother Paul riding me around.
Yes, indeed, right on.
As soon as I got off the plane, he brought me right to your house. Like,
yeah.
Hey, look, they always say, God don't make no mistakes, but I put it this way. It's definitely what happened. I met Fred Hampton Jr. That was a good day. Great
right
day.
On. Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at this. You talk about Rahm Emanuel, but let's also talk about you. Obama was a neoliberal who when he left office, he had 7 wars. Now, check this out. You had Rahm Emanuel was the mayor, and he's also famous for Laquan McDonald, but you also had Arne Duncan. And during that time, 49 or 50 schools in Chicago closed in black areas.
At one time. At one time.
Huh?
At one time. Not through no protracted period of time. At one time, 49 or 50 schools at one time.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to figure out, like you said, it's like crack cocaine, but if you look after that subprime mortgage crisis and how much you lost under that Obama Bush regime, and they both tagged at the hip because they both cousins. You can look at the records; they both cousins, and look who Obama and them are tied to: CIA, high finance, and big oil, and bankers, Goldman Sachs, and he's also financed by the LGBT. So funded Black Lives Matter, all on George Soros. I can go on and on and on. I'm not gonna go, but I'm just saying, at that particular time, that was one of the most horrible times in Chicago history when you were there. I don't know you've been in Chicago for a long time, but that was horrible. I know you had the John Burge thing. But matter of fact, I gotta ask you a question. You got a thing down there when Obama was president in 2015, black men were getting taken off into a place called Harmon Square, like a Guantanamo Bay.
Prior to that, when he was senator, Lieutenant John Burge, Area 2, Area 3 violent crimes, the torture tactics, which they referred to in London as the House of Screams, when you had the Mark Clemens, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Porter, so many other people taking them, electroshocked on their private parts, to the point that the screams were so loud on the 3rd floor that the panel used to fall down the 1st floor. This came up, a lot of the black police talked later on when they talked about it. But this question, like, it should be pointed. John Burge's his climax, his high day was under the tenure of Negro Lieutenant of Police, Superintendent of Police Leroy Martin. So this is Chicago under Mayor Daley Sr. You had Congressman Charles Dawson, one of the first black congressmen in the country. You know what I'm saying? So they've had Negro faces in different high places, but it's been going down. In fact, Cook County, up until recently, was the largest county per capita of black people in the country. And Cook County jail is a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's one of the reasons why it's so targeted.
I saw it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Deal. Now you had a cartel up here who ain't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can be correlated to, you know what I'm saying, the green that they have been given can be correlated to Luciano with the mafioso by the state. So it's that's going down now. But yeah, all the stuff that you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, about actually this homeless square, the black sites, so people taking them in, kidnapped. People talked about it after a white guy was taken down there. The police, they tell you, ain't no honor, no police protocol. Like, there ain't no back. They come in ski masks, and that's now I did a Facebook Live last night. and just, you know what I'm saying. I mean, right now, Madison and Pulaski, man, it's occupied territory. They got garbage trucks blocking up everything in the hood. I mean, right now, police. I mean, it's all the CTA buses, the public transportation. They packed with Chicago police. They, you know what I'm saying, they got helmets. I mean, it's you can't, ain't nothing moving. They got communities on lockdown. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you go I tell you, go check my Facebook page with my post yesterday on the page. Go to Fred Hampton on Facebook and look at the post from yesterday. It's intense. It's intense.
Well, I do know that last week I was reading reports and Paul was talking to me how they've been pulling. They pulled up the bridges. They got the bridges where you can move up and
go downtown. Yeah, see stuff start happening. See, like this put in context. It's they call, you know, there's some uprisings and some heat happened downtown. What they call the Magnificent Mile. You know what I'm saying? You know the state's position. You know, is property over people. You know what I'm saying? They came out. They said, oh, hold on. This ain't gonna be happening. All that 53 people gunned down on South Inglewood, North Lawndale. That's cool. Man, all right, you know, man, how your pity party keep moving. Man, you start hearing about, you know, hey, man, this like Rodero Drive, you know what I'm saying? That Magnificent Mile. So probably start getting toward now. You get, oh man, they bringing the heat down.
got a question for you. Here's another Chicago question. So, how did y'all brothers feel in Chicago when Justice Smollett pulled that stunt on?
You broke up.
Justice Smollett.
Well, the Justice Smollett. What about it? Was said again?
How did y'all brothers feel in the hood when he pulled that stunt?
You know, cats in the hood really want, you know, to be honest with you, you know, they really weren't relating to it. You know, it was neither, you know what I'm saying? It was neither here or there. You know what I'm saying? They weren't to the case. You know, in fact, our position is that, you know, it's the same Chicago police that's able to tell you, you know what I'm saying, tell you what type of, you know, Subway sandwich the Justice Smollett ate, you know what I'm saying, but can't, you know, can't stop all, you know what I'm saying, these murders is happening in our community, and that's really, I think that's like a political football that they have used to justify making, you know what I'm saying, vamping down on the people. I think they grab these famous cases, you know what I'm saying, and they make use it really to justify coming down, bringing heat down on the people. I will say this though, even when I first heard about, you know what I'm saying, that in fact he said this. He said this on I think it was the Robin some show. He said if he would have said a gang member's done it, that they would have, you know, they went with him. He probably would have been better off saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if it rains, if tornado come through, when tornado come through Chicago, if you just say some gang members, some black gang, that's all. They're gonna lock some black folks up. You know what I'm saying? You never hear the word cartel come out on the press. They do interviews. You never hear the police represent everything. You know what I'm saying? From, you know what I'm saying, man, the bandit buildings it's always you hear this catchphrase, gang members, you know what I'm saying, which is, you know, code word for, you know what I'm saying, these black, so they got so many people to the point I might see these black teenagers with dreadlocks, you know what I'm saying? So he been better if he said that. It was, oh man, they've been coming through vamping, locking up cats left and right, you know what I'm saying? And to beat some cats to the point they'd be like, yeah, maybe they did, you know, they had to believe that they done it.
Well, I tell you one thing, brother. When I came there, it was a tale of almost two states.
Yeah.
Almost. You
Yeah.
got one where you at. It's like segregated, just black, no white folks. And then the other side, Boys Town, where all these rainbow flags and Black Lives Matter signs at. Or you can go, I call it Gay Town. That's how I looked at it.
Chicago, tell
But
Chicago and
that was you saw whites over there marching with their white and black gay lovers, but on boats and stuff. But you got concentrated poverty on this end, but you got a flourishing community on that end. It's just, I mean, you see that everywhere, but in Chicago, you really see.
I'm glad you said. You're right, brother. It's concentrated poverty. You know what I'm saying? It's, as far as I can see, I'm telling you, you know, you can't even see no way out. You know what I'm saying? it goes on for years, generations. You know what I'm saying? I've been to other places. I've been like, man, y'all this close to other people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can see people with money. Yeah, I mean, it's like the lines are drawn in the race. Like now you have gentrification, so it's getting discombobulated. It's getting shook up a lot right now. But that whole that's you own it. When you said the concentrated poverty, I mean, it's like for generations, man, and it's set up. You know what I'm saying, man, for like boy, you can see like that the most horror movies. You walk, it's raining right here and the sun shining right here. It's like different worlds. Chicago and Chirac, different worlds.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, the movie Chirac. I mean, that was I guess they were trying to give you some soft porn or something, but that didn't do justice to what's really going on. That was actually
Oh man,
a
no, that
scam.
was a
That was a
propaganda bomb. I mean, again, whether I agree or disagree with all, you know what I'm saying, these different other organizations that's here. This is Chicago with the base for every black organization. You think about it. That's the base for every black organization. You know what I'm saying, including the Cubs. Out of all these black organizations, you had, you know what I'm saying, you had this great white hope. This great white hope, the character he was probably depicting of Flager, you know what I'm saying, but got the actor's name who played him. But just, I mean, it's all these black people in that movie, Chirac, you know what I'm saying, they have a psychological profile. You know who to grab, they grab, you know what I'm saying, Nick Cannon, so on and so forth. It's, again, everything's political, man.
All right, look, I want you to spend a couple minutes telling the people how to keep your Black Panther legacy alive because you're fighting hard. You need some to keep that legacy alive, brother. Keep all the
Man,
legacy alive, actually.
we getting down, y'all. We under attack. We still fighting back. Just yesterday, the Maywood, the police came in. They attacked. They vamped on the garden. We got the St. Hampton House Community Garden. We still moving. We need y'all support. Send what you can to 804 South 17th Avenue. 804 South 17th Avenue, Maywood, Illinois, 60153. Cash App, Save the Hampton House. GoFundMe.com/Save the Hampton House 50. You know what I'm saying? Come on through, bring some bottles of water, some paint. So we get the studio set up and Save the Hampton House. We moving and grooving. Without the people, we can't do it.
Tell it, and something that was good. How when we were spending that little bit of time together, how the lady came, you gave her some clothes. They had some fruit that you had for the house next door that was boarded up. That was an interesting experience. A lot of people, came just come to your house and they happen to see you and pay your legacy of your father. So that's great. You get a lot of love, I see.
Oh,
even
man.
when I was down there for 4 hours with you.
Man, you the war stories, but I'm so honored. I feel so honored. So I mean, I think the people. I mean, been about 2.5 years in the House of Champions. This is the House of Chairman Fred Hampton grew up in, and it's constantly. I mean, man, stories and testimonies. I'm steady learning. You know what I'm saying? Just to be, man. We got a lot of work to do, man. But just even, I mean, the stroke. I wouldn't turn it in for nothing, man. I'm talking about, I want change for exchange for nothing. The people. I mean, it's a joke you make about the children who go to school across the street who previously know who Chairman Fred was. After we politicized them cats, they had to get a different shirt size. They say, man, that's what Chairman Fred grew up in. One brother, 72 years old, he begged me. He said, Chairman, please, man, I know you're going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff. He said, man, do not get rid of nothing, no dishes. I said, huh? He said, man, do you understand? These are dishes that Chairman Fred ate out of. And the people, they come, man, I'm talking about, hey, clench fist salute. I mean, after the police come to the vamp on us, the people come stand 6:45 in the morning last week, try to shut the garden down. Man, hey, people said we ain't having it. We had defended the people's programs.
Well, when I was there, I just realized that the respect you get, and like I said, I wish we would have came back the next day, but we were doing a lot of other stuff. But just reading 4 hours with you. And by the way, when I get a chance, I'm coming back now. Whether that's by car, by plane. Oh, let me say something to you. By the way, you got a track on YouTube called COVID-19 that you let me listen to that day. Explain to the audience about the COVID track, man.
Yeah, check it out. Ball of Corona by Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I got to put it on SoundCloud too, but Ball of Corona by Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. It's on YouTube. Yeah.
Tell me something about Corona, since you made the song Ball of Corona. What inspired you to make the song, and what do you think about Corona.
Well, I go to the latter part of your question first. We see corona, like we see, heroin, AIDS, and every other forms of chemical biological warfare waged against our people. You know what I'm saying? It's chemical biological warfare. What made me make the song about it is same thing inspired me to redo the song on Chief Keef. I don't like. You know what I'm saying? We see if it's a phenomenon, and if we playing for power. Minister UEP News say power is the ability to define phenomenon and make it act in desired manner. Power is the ability to define phenomenon and make it act in desired manner. So we define the phenomenon and we make it act in desired manner.
Well, I want to say something to you. I want you, Paul, Calvin, and all the community organizers down there that you got to keep on fighting. And, got to talk to his young brothers and sisters. Stop the bloodshed, man, because it's getting out of hand, man. Every time I look, I done seen so many murders in Chicago. I saw 3,919 murders under Obama's reign. And it went down a little bit over the years, but now with this Black Lives Matter, Antifa, you got Corona. It's been a living hellhole this summer going on in there. As soon as I left, when I got off the plane, I found out the police even shot himself in the head. So you got a lot of things going on there, brother. But I I know y'all can do it. I mean, y'all trying your best.
We're gonna do it. I'm fortunate. I want to send a clenched fist salute out, man. Man, Paul and the rest of the guys, the youth, and saying again, we fortunate to have some, man. I say my advisory board, the Panther Party, my comrades, the Cubs, the people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's for Minister UP News, so let the people. Revolution is impossible. So yeah, we gonna do it to death, man. We gonna keep on fighting. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
And the revolution, as they say, will not be televised, but some of it they trying to show a little bit of it, and I can show it all. Now, you said save the Hampton House as the cash app, right?
Save the Hampton House as the cash app. GoFundMe.com / save the Hampton House 50. Number 50. That's the GoFundMe.
Now I want people to be able to, because I know some people be interested to call your radio show on Wednesday.
Please do on Wednesday. Freedom on Radio, Wednesday 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Call in 929-477-3785. Press 1 to be heard. Come on in. Call in. Cub in. Call in.
Listen, I like the logo you got back there, brother. I mean, nobody can mistake you. It's always good to talk to you. I'm gonna send you stuff when you get a chance. Come on down to VA. Real kick it here, Like I said, I was blessed to meet you at least one time in life. I hope I can come back again. And
we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna have my comrades check this out so we can use that StreamYard. I need my tech team to hook this up, y'all. StreamYard.com. This is a cold little piece. I like the setup.
Stream. And do me a favor, brother. Tell the lady that Richmond, Virginia, to Farmville, tell her I said hello.
I will do.
Yeah. You keep on pushing, and you have a good night. Stay safe.
You as well, my brother. Love and respect, man. Stay safe, man. Power to people, free them all. Right on.
Yes, sir. Black power, brother.
Black power.